we're talking on both sides of our mouth, right? You're bringing up Ghetto, but then also saying that Karmelo was in Ghetto. So then, what are you saying?
I'm saying I don't know that he wasn't. Hey, how you doing? So we're having disagreement day currently, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So yeah. So the two different areas that I could disagree with, you choose which topic you'd like to pick, is one on what you call Sambos, and you made a comment on this show where you said that they deal in Black Death, like a Glenn Beck type guy, employs these people and then they profit off of Black Death. So someone like Whitlock, and I don't know who's on your Mount Rushmore of Sambos, but I just don't think that these are guys that are dealing in Black Death. I think that they're trying to get people to be civilized in what they consider proper civilized behavior.
Yeah, I know you would. What's the other disagreement?
The other disagreement would be well, do you mind responding why I would be wrong on that?
No, I think as far as, are you a white Caucasian male?
I am.
Yeah, I there's nothing to disagree. I understand why you believe that. What's the other disagreement?
Well, the other disagreement then would be on the topic of where you're taking the position of just be nice, don't put your hands on people, things like that. I agree with that. That people shouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. However, the consequences of those actions, I think it's just. I think that you're not looking at that correctly in the idea. Okay, so here's one side of it. So, do you live in a town? Do you live in a town where there's a bunch of ghetto type people?
Say, for sake of argument, yes.
Okay, so I live in a particular area where there's a lot of ghetto people, and I talk with people, white and black, especially people, black ladies that are, say, like drivers of buses. And we had just a tremendous bad time dealing with, constant thievery, constant, littering, constant, just really negative behavior that most people agree that they don't like. So when you're saying that, Metcalf shouldn't have said anything to him, he should have went and got authority. Well, I think it puts us in a position where we're kind of fucked, because if we go and grab somebody of authority, then we're snitching. And then if we delegate to a small percentage of authority, we're not going to be able to keep control of our communities and keep them in a civilized way. So if you see somebody consistently doing stuff, and I'm not saying that Carmelo Anthony was doing anything nefarious in the tent. I wasn't there. I don't know.
But I think we're looking at this the wrong way.
Okay.
He wasn't doing anything that I've come across at all. So why would you be nosy? What concern of it would be of Austin if someone wanted to stay out the rain?
So and here's the part where I personally have a difficulty dealing with what I call ghetto people. Mm-hmm. It's the idea that so why would someone be nosy? Well, when you hit a level of pattern recognition, where like I go to this particular place where I shop, it's like a Dollar General type thing, and literally like 1 out of every 3 times I'm in there, the same group of people are stealing shit. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, every now and then I will encounter someone who's totally freaking cool as hell, and I do mislabel them and misthink about them.
Got you. So what does this have to do with Karmelo? I'm confused.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with Karmelo. It has to do with your particular position. It deals with your position.
What about my position?
So what I'm disagreeing with is I think that you taking the position that, hey, you know what, they should just be nosy. They should not be nosy. They should not get involved. Doesn't take into account the difficulty that it is to coexist with the ghetto style community. And again, I'm not saying Carmelo Anthony was. I don't know.
So then we're talking on both sides of our mouth, right? You're bringing up Ghetto, but then also saying that Karmelo was in Ghetto. So then what are you saying?
I'm saying I don't know that he wasn't.
Well, I know that for a fact that he wasn't, right? I don't know how many ghetto people are in Frisco, Texas. Are you aware of the area?
I'm not.
Okay, so are you?
Is it a nice area?
Yes. Are you aware that Austin is ghetto?
I am not.
You're not aware of Austin's ghetto. Why didn't you assume or presume that Austin was ghetto?
Well, I didn't think of that specific part of the case because that wasn't my disagreement. My disagreement, you're doing the disagreement day, and I tell you we weren't finding
I
people
understand,
to
but
disagree
why
with you.
didn't you think Austin was ghetto? Why didn't you assume Austin was ghetto?
Well, I just didn't think that part out. So the reason for the call was specifically to find a disagreement with you.
So is this not a genuine disagreement?
Oh, no, it's a very genuine disagreement.
Gotcha.
I disagree with Amazing Lucas. I disagree with Amazing Lucas's position.
So what if both of them were ghetto?
That states that people shouldn't in their community.
I hear you, but
hey man, you're in the wrong area.
I understand, but you're viewing it from one perspective, which is the black kid was ghetto. I'm saying if they both come from the same neighborhood, Frisco, Texas, based off of Austin's upbringing, we know he came from a fractured home, right? So there's no father in the household,
Gotcha.
or there's no mother in the household. We know that Austin's father was also convicted of assault. So there's violence. There's a violent aspect to Austin's upbringing that I'm sure got through to his training. I would argue that the ghetto factor would be more of Austin as opposed to Karmelo Metcalf. I mean, not Karmelo Metcalf. Carmelo Anthony, who comes from a two-parent household of an affluent family, who lives in a multi-million-dollar house, has the resources and the capital to afford that lifestyle. So I think it's the ghetto behavior of Austin that led him to look for an easy target to prey on, because Anthony being a $150 or whatnot, 5'9" if I'm not mistaken, according to the police report, it seems that he was trying to target someone to bully. That's what it seems to be the context of what transpired.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I by me mentioning Carmelo Anthony, I think I diverted my disagreement, but my specific disagreement is specifically I'm saying, so forget Carmelo Anthony. I'm disagreeing with you saying, hey, the idea of minding our own business with a group of people that are consistently fucking up society in a variety of ways is just not a doable thing. Like, you got to confront people, and sometimes you might confront the wrong person.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't see how Carmelo Anthony has anything to do with this group of people who are fucking up society. Just like I wouldn't see as far as Austin Metcalf and his father being, bestiologists or, pedophiles of that nature. I wouldn't just assume that.
Sure. Can I switch on something real fast that we probably would agree with, but I feel it's important to say?
By all means.
Thank you. So I'm going to throw a quick metaphor here, but it's very quick. So there's a country singer named Merle Haggard. Have you ever heard of him by chance?
No, I have not.
Okay, anyways, in country music world, he's one of the superstars like Johnny Cash. He's got a song called Mama Tried. And the reason why I'm bringing this topic up real quick, again, it's more of an agreement one, is I do think that the lady, Carmelo Anthony's mother, is truly, the messages she gave the other night at the conference, I thought it was a very nice message. I thought she was 100% genuine in her grief that the Metcalf family's child was killed, and that she felt that very, very deeply. In her statements, it seemed like she moved from some bad area at one point in her life to try to get to a better area, and then try to make a better life for her family. Mm. So the hate that's coming on her. So in the country music world, the song "Mama Tried" it's a story about a guy who went to prison. He's 21. He's doing life without parole. Mama tried to raise me better, but our pleading I denied. So whether Carmelo Anthony, whatever the facts come out to be, whether he was just a guy who was getting roughed up and he had to defend himself, or if he was, a mean guy, however that comes out, regardless, nobody gets mad at Merle Haggard's mom because she tried. You know what I'm saying? So I think the hate that's getting thrown on this lady is definitely, it seems that she genuinely feels bad for the Metcalfs, and she truly tried to take her family to the next level.
Well, I would agree with you if there was a try. It doesn't seem that she tried. It seems that she did that because they're in
I
a
agree.
financially better
Sure,
off position
sure. Yep.
than the Metcalf
Yes,
family.
yes, yes.
Every
Did versus
possible
try. I agree.
metric.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I think the
Okay.
sympathy should go towards the Metcalf family for being poor whites or the condition that they're in.
Okay, so you sure don't want to argue about the Sambo thing? Let me throw one more
No,
part in here and see
I
if this can
understand
generate a
that
disagreement.
you view things in a different perspective, a different light. So I have
Well,
nothing
but
to
that's what we're
agree
supposed to.
on the Sambo.
Okay, well, let me ask this question to you and tell me if this is a point of contention. I think that what you call the Sambos, I think that the thing that they lack is they won't make statements like, hey, Bush people flooded fucking crack into the neighborhoods, blah blah blah.
No, I think they're
So they only
I
talk
think they're
about the good.
upstanding blacks who play into respectability politics, which is a great thing for white people. So I think I have no issue with.
But are they not good for black people? Is the Jason Whitlocks and
no?
whoever
I
else
think
you got
they're
on
very.
your,
I think they're harmful towards black people.
How do they harm? How do they harm them?
I think it's a perspective that you wouldn't be able to wrap your mind around. Unfortunately,
Try me. I mean, this is the point of conversation and disagreement, right? You're supposed to tell me something that you disagree with. I mean, this is critical thinking. You're supposed to sharpen my mind by bringing in conflict of opinion. So you can't just say, "Hey, your mind can't wrap around it," because then we have no argument, and then you're not doing what you're claiming to do, which is be a critical thinker.
Well,
so flow an argument and see if my little white mind can get around it.
I think the point of contention is that this is a conversation that's been had that's old as time. So the fact that you seem to be a middle-aged to elder white male and still don't understand the concept behind why people call other individuals Sambo, I think that either goes to show that maybe you're limited brain capacity or possibly you just don't care for the answer. So either one of those is not worth my time, but I appreciate the call. Take care.
Can I say one more?
No, you can't.